Hello everyone. Welcome to Inspire Reads. Join us as we explore wonderful books that provide knowledge and motivation for holistic personal development starting today. Have you ever felt overwhelmed by life, as if you're carrying invisible burdens on your shoulders? Hi, I'm Shaw. Don't forget to follow the great books in the description. Today, Inspire Reads will share a secret to liberating your soul, making life lighter and happier. We will delve into Danshari by Yamashita Hideko, a work that has made waves in Japan and spread worldwide. Danshari, three fundamental Japanese words, represents a philosophy of life introduced by Yamashita, helping us sever, discard, and free ourselves from what no longer holds value. Let's explore this philosophy further and see how it can transform your life. Looking back over the past time, you might have lost many things, including people who were once close. But do you realize that last year, we accumulated too many unnecessary things, obsessions that should have been let go long ago? Do you wonder why you keep holding on to them, only to feel stifled in an ever-shrinking living space with less time for yourself? We tend to think that owning more will make us happier, but in reality, it only makes us feel more isolated and meaningless. It's time to face this truth and free ourselves from unnecessary burden. This book not only helps you resolve anxiety and imbalances, but also opens up a powerful method to renew your life. It will guide you through the process of letting go, not just of excess items, but also of the invisible burdens that tire your soul. But why is letting go necessary? Because Danshari is not just about tidying up your physical space, but about adhering to a profound cosmic law. What goes out must come in, and what comes in must go out. This is the foundation of the living method introduced in this book, and it could become your new lifestyle in the coming year. Let this book help you discard the unnecessary, refresh your inner world, and discover a lighter, fresher, and more meaningful life. Have you ever wondered why it's so hard for you to let go? Consider whether you've experienced situations like this. As shopping season approaches, you have a habit of buying many discounted items. You bring them home, thinking you'll use them someday, but they often remain untouched. Or when you're at a hotel, you collect free items like toothbrushes, toothpaste, and slippers, which eventually gather dust in the corner of your home. Does your wardrobe always seem full, yet you still feel like you have nothing to wear when going out? Or do you keep boxes, containers, and paper bags, thinking you might need them later, but they just make your living space more cramped? In the past, people only needed a few pots, bowls, and chopsticks. But now, a complete set of tableware, nearly a dozen knives, and various types of pots and pans are considered necessary. Stores often entice consumers with advertisements like 50% off or buy two, get one free. This leads many families to accumulate unnecessary items. If you find yourself in any of these situations, it indicates that you are living in an era of material excess. While having many choices can be an advantage, it also makes you feel more anxious and troubled. Yamashita, the author of this book, points out something interesting. The growing prevalence of material excess is not just due to advertising or sophisticated sales techniques. The real issue is that we don't fully understand our true needs. Many people, when deciding to shop, don't consider whether the item is truly necessary, only if it's usable. Especially, materialistic thinking is not just about being enamored with possessions or doing everything for money. It's when we keep shopping without awareness of our actual needs, leading to the material excess we face. Imagine you're facing a major spending decision, buying a treadmill while your house is next to a beautiful park for outdoor running. Your spouse asks, "We have a park nearby. Why do we need a treadmill?" You calmly reply, "If it rains, running outside will be very inconvenient. The treadmill will be more convenient." Here, you're not just relying on your current needs, but anticipating possible future scenarios, showing thorough preparation and long-term thinking. In other words, you're not only looking at the present, but also considering less frequent situations to make a smart decision. Have you ever felt a lingering fear of insecurity and scarcity in your soul? This is the root of material dependence: the need to own as much as possible and reluctance to let go of what you have. But did you know that this materialistic lifestyle could bring more negative consequences than you might think? Instead of finding simple joy from within, Many people rely on spending money and accumulating wealth to feel satisfied. Those who are well off never stop chasing satisfaction. On the other hand, those who aren't as well off bear heavy financial burdens, accepting part-time work or borrowing just to meet their consumption needs. Both groups live in worry and stress. How can I make more money? Or how can I shop without worry? Let's explore how to address these anxieties and rediscover joy from simple things in life. Have you ever wondered why many people still feel unhappy despite having everything they want? Imagine a world where all life's values are measured by material wealth, luxury homes, fancy cars, designer goods, and expensive restaurant meals. Many believe that success and worth are only reflected in material wealth. But in reality, material wealth does not define who you are. It only reflects a misguided notion of dependence on material possessions. Consider a couple who live by this mindset. They believe happiness comes from experiencing and owning as much material wealth as possible. Every time they see something they like, they buy it without thinking. Over time, their apartment becomes overflowing with clutter, clothes, and unnecessary items. The mess makes them irritable and exhausted. Eventually, they decide to move to a larger house in the suburbs, hoping the new space will solve the problem. However, while sorting and packing, they realize that their excess and useless items could fill an entire truck. Do you ever feel that no matter how big your house is, it still can't satisfy your uncontrollable material desires? The couple in this story experienced just that. They decided to learn how to let go and started by moving into a smaller house. With limited space, they had no room for excess items, leading to less frequent shopping. Without a large TV or gaming console, they began to communicate more deeply, and their relationship became more harmonious. They looked into each other's eyes more often, and their connection grew stronger. Instead of a variety of kitchen gadgets, they focused on preparing wholesome, healthy meals. The result? The husband lost over 10 kilograms in just 6 months. Without the pressure of possessions, their living space became more open and their mood calmer. They regularly went for evening walks or read at home. The process of letting go significantly improved their quality of life. As the saying goes, when life becomes simple, a butterfly can find an endless garden, a tree will have beautiful mountains and rivers, and a cloud will float in the vast sky. But what exactly is Danshari, and why is it so difficult to practice? Danshari is not just about throwing away items to make your home airy. It's about discarding desires, excess items, and material attachments. Dan means not buying arbitrarily. She means removing unnecessary things. Andri means letting go of material attachment. The deeper purpose of this method is not only to clean your living space, but also to deal with excess and stop merely taking in without giving out. When you can balance bringing in and giving out, you'll find that this is not just about material wealth, but also your mindset, thoughts, and desires. This is a true way to practice and grow, breaking free from attachments. It sounds easy, but it's not simple to achieve, as most of us struggle to let go. The first type of person is the escapist. They are often very busy, have no time at home, and are reluctant to engage in cleaning. They think cleaning takes a lot of time, and if they had enough time, they would do it. But when they are free, they choose to rest and have fun. As a result, their home gradually becomes cluttered with many items not properly organized, making it difficult to find things, and they often waste a lot of time searching or never use those items. The second type of person is the nostalgic one. They keep a lot of memorabilia from the past, such as trophies, medals, and souvenirs, believing these items are important witnesses to their life. They feel that discarding these items means not valuing the past. For example, in reply 1988, the character of Mr. Sung's father is a typical example. He carefully stores and packs everything from the past to the point where the house is cramped. The wife, unable to bear it, throws these items away. The author doesn't oppose keeping memorabilia, but if they occupy too much living and mental space, you need to reconsider. The third type is the one worried about the future. They always prepare and stock up for days that haven't come yet. They often think, if I don't buy it now, what if I need it later? This is the most common type among the three. The author points out that all three types share a common trait. weak perception of time. The escapist thinks cleaning takes time. In reality, they are avoiding the present. If everything is organized from the beginning, cleaning takes only a few minutes. Those who cling to the past place more importance on the past than the present, while those worried about the future are the opposite. Both types do not live fully in the present. They find it hard to let go of unnecessary things, making. The author not only teaches you how to keep your home tidy and organized through the practice of decluttering, but also helps you change your perspective on material possessions and live more simply. In my opinion, decluttering helps us escape the endless desires of our small ego. The highest state of decluttering is to not worry about the past, fear the future, and live fully in the present. As the book says, whether something is expensive or rare, only those who choose based on their own needs are truly powerful. When you let go of attachments, you will become more confident and free your soul. If this philosophy inspires or helps you reflect on your current life, we will continue with the practical steps of decluttering. Steps for decluttering: less is more. The first is, assess the current state. First, you need to clearly recognize your situation. Not only see the clutter, but also check hidden areas like boxes, storage spaces, etc. Don't let laziness hinder you. You need to know how many items you have to start cleaning up your life. The next is, envision your living space. Imagine the living space you desire. If your home is too cluttered, don't start cleaning right away. Instead, think about how you want your living space to look. For example, a clear living room for playing with your children, a space suitable for exercise or meditation. The last is, begin decluttering. Start by removing unnecessary items. Lay out all the knickknacks in front of you. Instead of starting with large piles of clutter like old clothes, begin with small items. Once laid out, decide whether to keep or discard them. When starting to clean and declutter, what should we do? First, start by removing unnecessary items. Lay out all the knickknacks in front of you. Many people often start with large piles of clutter, such as old clothes they no longer use. But according to the author, these items have been stored for a long time, and dealing with them requires much time and effort. Many people feel uncomfortable handling them from the beginning, and may end up feeling discouraged or working ineffectively. Instead, start with small items first. When you place the knickknacks in front of you, you will decide whether to keep or discard them. The criteria for choosing are quite simple. First, discard old or unused items, such as expired boxes, cardboard, plastic bags, and items you don't even remember. Even if these items might be useful later, if you don't remember they exist or only recall them when digging through, they are not important and don't need to be kept. The second criterion is to discard items that you rarely use, even if they are valuable. For example, if you were given books for your birthday but have no interest in reading them, instead of letting them gather dust on the shelf, consider giving them away or selling them. You might worry that selling a gift will disrespect the giver, but think of it this way: an item is truly valuable when it is used and useful. Instead of leaving it unused, let it serve someone who needs it. The third criterion is to keep items you use regularly and truly like. However, liking is subjective and can change over time. According to the author, decluttering based on current preferences helps you better understand your needs and avoid unnecessary shopping. For example, you will know what clothes you need for different occasions instead of buying multiple similar outfits just because they look good. Once you've chosen your favorite items, sort and store them neatly and cleanly. Finally, deciding whether to keep or discard an item depends on your feelings and thoughts. When you face yourself in daily life, you will know which items to keep and which to discard. Second, consider letting go of worries about money. This doesn't mean you should avoid money or stop earning it, but rather free yourself from anxiety about finances. Many people view money as the key to happiness, like a home without possessions making one feel insecure. They think they must earn a lot of money to resolve this insecurity. But in reality, money anxiety is created by the mind, not the truth. Ancient Indian yoga philosophy points out that only those who do not let the mind dominate can find true peace. You should not let your mind cause unnecessary worry and desire. Instead, find ways to return to the present and reconnect with yourself. Regarding spending, the author suggests two methods. First, spend money with gratitude. When shopping, you often feel satisfaction and joy but rarely feel grateful for the money spent. If you spend money with gratitude, you will spend more wisely because you will think carefully before spending. For example, when needing to buy an expensive outfit for a special event, instead of feeling regretful about the expense, see it as a way to show appreciation for the event and make yourself feel confident. When you understand the value of an item and are grateful for the money spent, you will reduce stress and anxiety. The second method is to manage spending based on income. Simply track and manage your monthly budget. If you want to buy an item but the month's budget is exhausted, save for the next month. You'll find that after careful consideration and waiting a while, you may find the item no longer necessary. Lastly, pay attention. Freeing yourself from attachments is crucial. Yamashita believes that all troubles in life stem from these attachments. As the famous saying goes, there are many kinds of troubles and obstacles. If you don't cling to the ego, there will be no troubles. Clinging to the ego is the root cause of all problems. Many people continuously shop and hoard items because they are trying to reinforce their ego. Yamashita's book provides clear examples. Some people can't let go of comic books due to nostalgia. Others fill their homes with feng shui items to feel secure, or those who buy success books hoping to get rich. These items gradually occupy your mental space. Learn to let go of unnecessary things, not just physical items, but also internal attachment. According to the author, when you give up these things, you are also freeing yourself from invisible attachments in your mind. If life is a river, then attachments are the silt blocking its natural flow. Remember the simple rule, less is more. Keep this in mind to resolve to let go of unnecessary things, from relationships, jobs, ambitions, to lifestyle and household items. Each item you let go is a step towards freeing yourself from attachments. Have you ever felt that striving to be on top and perfect is truly exhausting? Clinging to being the most important or achieving perfection in others' eyes can lead to unrealistic expectations, making you spend too much time on personal goals and neglect valuable moments with family and friends. Even trying to enjoy immediate pleasures can lead you to continually consume useless information and entertainment, such as aimlessly scrolling through your phone. These attachments are what you should let go of and free yourself from. Life is truly simple and desires you to live simply. When you start letting go of unnecessary things, you will realize that everything in life can be released. Initially, this may feel difficult and exhausting, but once you get used to it, letting go will become easier and even a natural part of your life. You will no longer want to hoard items or keep negative emotions. Instead, you will feel happy sharing good items with others and experience relief from freeing up space. As the book Abundance mentions, letting go not only cleanses your living environment, but also can change your perception of abundance in life. You may find that abundance is not about having more, but about the ability to let go and give. When you free up space in your life and mind, you will feel lighter, more peaceful, and ready to move forward with a renewed spirit. This is the highest form of abundance, where your heart shifts from merely wanting and being filled with desire to letting go, giving, and serving. It's time to clear away clutter, free up space, and let your body and mind become lighter and more serene, preparing for a promising new journey. Books are like magical doors, opening up a vibrant new world. Let the words nourish your soul and help you become the best version of yourself. Have you ever wondered what your life would be like if you dared to step out of your comfort zone? This book is a beacon guiding you towards the path ahead, helping you find the answer. Let's explore more great books together. Don't forget to hit subscribe to support our channel.